Welcome back to the English Daily Podcast. Today we are talking about smart spending, which means making careful choices with your money so you can enjoy life now and also protect your future.
That sounds useful. Money is part of everyday life, but many people never really learn how to handle it. They just spend, hope for the best, and feel stressed later.
Exactly. And for English learners, this topic is helpful because it gives you practical vocabulary you can use in real life. For example, the word budget means a plan for how you will spend your money. If you have a budget, you are not guessing. You are deciding in advance.
So a budget is like a map for your money. I like that. Instead of saying, I hope I have enough, you can say, I know where my money is going.
Yes. And that simple idea can reduce a lot of stress. Let's begin with an easy question. When people spend money, what is the biggest problem?
I think one big problem is impulse buying. That means buying something suddenly, without planning. You see it, you want it, and you buy it right away.
Great example. Impulse buy is a very useful phrase. Many stores and websites are designed to encourage impulse buying. They use bright colors, limited time offers, and messages like only 2 left or special discount today.
That is true. Sometimes I go online to buy one thing, and then I suddenly have 5 things in my cart. My brain says, this is convenient, and my wallet says, please stop.
That is such a common experience. One practical tip is to pause before you buy. Ask yourself 3 questions. Do I need this? Do I want this? Can I afford this?
Those questions are simple, but powerful. Need means it is necessary. Want means it is nice, but not necessary. And afford means you have enough money for it without creating problems.
Yes, and that difference between need and want is one of the most important ideas in personal finance. Finance is a formal word for managing money. When you separate needs from wants, your decisions become clearer.
Can we give examples? A need might be food, medicine, rent, or transportation. A want might be a second pair of expensive shoes, a new phone when your old one still works, or another subscription service you barely use.
Perfect examples. Now let's talk about a very important habit, tracking your spending. Track means to follow or record something carefully. If you track your spending, you write down where your money goes.
I used to think tracking spending was complicated, but it can be very simple. You can use a notebook, a spreadsheet, or an app on your phone. The method is less important than the habit.
That is a great point. Many people think they need a perfect system. They do not. They just need a system that they actually use. Even writing down coffee, snacks, rides, and subscriptions can reveal surprising patterns.
Like the famous small leak sinks a big ship idea. Tiny expenses can add up over time. If you buy a small snack every day, that may not feel expensive in the moment, but it can become a real cost each month.
Exactly. Add up means combine many small things into a bigger total. That phrase is important in money conversations. Small purchases add up, small savings add up, and small mistakes can also add up.
What about savings? That is another key word. Savings means money you keep for the future instead of spending immediately.
Yes. And one of the smartest ideas is to pay yourself first. That means you save money before you spend it on other things. For example, when money comes in, you can move a small amount into savings right away.
I like that phrase, pay yourself first. It sounds like a reminder that your future self matters too. Even saving a little each week can build momentum.
Momentum means energy that keeps something moving forward. In habits and money, momentum is powerful. If you save consistently, it becomes easier over time. You begin to see yourself as someone who saves.
And that identity matters. If you believe, I am careless with money, then every mistake feels normal. But if you believe, I am learning to manage money better, you start making different choices.
That connects to another word, priority. A priority is something that is more important than other things. Smart spending means knowing your priorities. Maybe your priority is travel, education, family, or health. When you know that, you can spend on what matters most.
So smart spending is not about never buying anything fun. It is about choosing what is worth your money. For some people, a concert ticket is a great use of money. For others, a weekend trip or a cooking class is more meaningful.
Exactly. Frugal is another useful word. It means careful with money, but not necessarily cheap in a negative way. A frugal person looks for value. Value means the benefit you get compared with the price.
That is a great distinction. Cheap can mean low price, but not always good quality. Value means good quality for a fair price. So a smart shopper compares options instead of choosing the first thing they see.
Yes. Compare is a strong verb here. Compare prices, compare quality, compare features, and compare long-term cost. Sometimes the cheapest item is not the best choice because it breaks quickly or needs replacing soon.
That reminds me of the phrase buy once, cry once. It means you may spend more at first, but if the item lasts longer, you save money later. Of course, you still need to be realistic and not overspend just because something is expensive.
Right. Smart spending is balanced. It is not extreme. It is not about fear, and it is not about careless shopping. It is about awareness. Awareness means you notice your habits and understand your choices.
Let's talk about subscriptions, because many people forget about them. A subscription is a regular payment for a service, like music, movies, apps, or delivery services. One subscription may be small, but several subscriptions can quietly take a lot of money each month.
That is true. A helpful tip is to review subscriptions every few months. Review means check carefully. Ask, do I still use this? Is it worth the cost? Could I share it, downgrade it, or cancel it?
Downgrade is a good word. It means choosing a cheaper plan. Some people do not need the premium version of a service. Premium means the higher-priced option with extra features.
Another good habit is setting a spending limit. A limit is the maximum amount you allow yourself to spend. For example, you might say, I will spend no more than this much on eating out this month.
That can help with control. And control does not mean being strict and miserable. It means making the decision before the temptation appears. Temptation is something that makes you want to do something you may regret later.
Beautifully said. The moment of temptation is often when we need a pause. Some people use a 24-hour rule. If they want to buy something non-essential, they wait one day before purchasing it.
That is clever. Often the excitement fades after a day. You realize the item was not important. This is especially helpful for online shopping, where buying is so easy that it barely feels real.
Yes, online shopping removes friction. Friction means resistance or difficulty. When shopping is too easy, people spend more without thinking. So one strategy is to make buying slightly harder. For example, remove saved payment information or leave items in your cart overnight.
That is a practical tip. Another one is to plan for fun. Some people think a budget is only about restriction, but it should also include joy. If you allow money for hobbies, dining out, or entertainment, the plan feels more realistic.
I agree completely. A good budget is not a punishment. It is a tool. A tool helps you do a job. In this case, the job is using money intentionally so your life feels stable and enjoyable.
Let's give listeners a simple example. Imagine you earn some money each month. First, you cover essentials. Essentials are the most necessary things, like housing, food, transportation, and health care. Then you save a portion. After that, you decide how much to spend on fun and personal goals.
That order is very helpful. Essentials first, then savings, then discretionary spending. Discretionary means optional, not required. This vocabulary sounds advanced, but the idea is simple. Spend on what you choose after covering what you need.
What about emergencies? That is another important word. An emergency fund is money you keep for unexpected situations, like a medical bill, a broken phone, or car trouble.
Yes, and even a small emergency fund can provide peace of mind. Peace of mind means feeling calm because you are prepared. You do not need a huge amount at the beginning. The habit is what matters.
I think that is encouraging. Many people feel overwhelmed because they think financial health requires a perfect salary. But it often starts with small steps: track spending, save a little, avoid impulse buys, and review priorities.
Exactly. Progress is more important than perfection. Another phrase learners should know is cut back, which means reduce something. You can cut back on takeout, streaming services, or random purchases if you want to save more.
And if you want to increase savings, you can look for small wins. Bring lunch from home, use a list at the store, wait before buying, and compare prices. These small actions can make a noticeable difference.
Before we finish, let's review the most important vocabulary. Budget is a plan for money. Track means record carefully. Impulse buy means a sudden purchase. Savings means money kept for the future. Priority means something important. Essentials are the necessary things. And emergency fund means money saved for unexpected problems.
That recap is helpful. We also talked about need versus want, compare, value, limit, temptation, and cut back. All of these words can help you talk clearly about money in English and make better choices in real life.
So the big message today is simple. Smart spending is not about saying no to everything. It is about choosing carefully, spending with intention, and building habits that support your future.
And remember, even small changes matter. If you save a little, track a little, and think before you buy, you are already moving in the right direction.
Thanks for listening to the English Daily Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe for more practical English listening practice, and join us next time for another topic that helps you learn English and improve your everyday life.
Until then, keep learning, keep listening, and keep making smart choices with your words and your money.